Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I'm going to revisit the Mono Black Soulstone deck. Now, last time I played this deck was the first introduction of Soulstone into the arena, and I thought it was a fun card, right? It's a mana rock for black, but it's legendary, so how do we get around that? And my thought was Collector's Vault, and that way we can, discard extra Soulstones if that happens to be the case. But I actually adjusted this deck ever since because we didn't actually shy away from the requirement for, Bloodletter of Aclazotz and to trigger Unholy Annex and all of that because of this new card from Spider-Man, Luis, Pompous Pillager, a 2 mana, X for a 2/1 that comes into play with X plus 1 counter on him and deal X damage to target opponent. So basically, it's an Exsanguinate. Is it Exsanguinate? Or a Consume Spirit, right? On black. On a creature. And that's insanely good for this deck. We get a lot of mana from our Soulstone ramp and from Collector Vault treasures that Lewis can come in and just deal all that damage and gain back the life that we want. And even more so importantly, he is a vampire, which means that he shares a creature type with Bloodletter of Aclazotz for our Cavern of Souls. So that can stop a counterspell heavy deck from trying to hit us, and that's very important. Not only that, we have one card from one of the most hated sets back in the days, Murder at Carlos' House, the outrageous Robbery. So with that much mana, we can start stealing from our opponent as well, and we can take their win cons and use it against them if we want to do that. So that's what made this deck very, very good, very fun to play, I would say. So here is what the deck list shows. We have, on turn 1, hopefully we can hit our Duress and Duress our opponent if we need to. We also have 2 Stab to kill early game creatures at instant speed. There's a lot of things like Land War Elves that we want to stab, so this is in a deck for exactly that reason. There was a sorcery speed creature kill spell that we had that has a warp that we can -10, -10, I think. But I don't like sorcery speed. A lot of things we really need to do at instant speed, especially with the extra mana we can get from the Terminus Return and Collector's Vault. If we get extra mana, we cast Unholy Annex and we can hold up that mana. We might be able to stab from the card draw we get from Unholy Annex or the card draw we get from Collector's Vault after cracking it for a treasure. So that's why we want instant speed cards. We also have one Ghost Vacuum. So many graveyard strategies. You gotta have Ghost Vacuum nowadays to take those out. You can change this to a Soul Guide Lantern, but I like Ghost Vacuum more because it's more consistently exiling creatures or exiling cards on a graveyard rather than a Soul Guide Lantern, which is like a one-turn exile everything. But it's neither here nor there, and both could be acceptable for this deck. Then we go to the turn 2 play, and of course we got 4 Terminus of Return and 4 Collector's Vault. We got our Soulstone, and we got Collector's Vault. That combos up to get our mana as quickly as possible. Then going into that same turn, if we need to interact, we got a lot of interaction. So we got 2 Shoot the Sheriff. We have 1 Bitter Triumph to kill. Shoot the Sheriff kills pretty much any creature that's not it kills any creature that's not an outlaw. There's not that many outlaws out there. And we also have a Bitter Triumph to kill Planeswalkers if we need to do that. We also have 3 Nowhere to Run. Nowhere to Run can kill pretty much any smaller creature in the early game, but it also turns off Ward and Hexproof. That's pretty important against those green chocobo decks. And we have 2 Strategic Betrayal. More graveyard hate, because, you know me, I'm a very hateful person. So, yeah, this is a removal that backs up with a lot of other sort of potentials. Turn 3, we got the Unholy Annex. Turn 4, we got Bloodletter of Aclazotz. So 4 Annex, but only 2 Bloodletter. It's fine. Take those life losses. It's totally okay to lose life with the Annex. You get it all back from Lewis. So that's the whole idea. We also have turn 5, we got 1 Aclazotz. I really like Aclazotz because a lot of people don't see it coming. They forget about it, and Aclazotz just keep churning discards. If our opponent has no cards, this deck becomes so much stronger, right? And that's why Duress and Aclazotz in the deck. We also have 3 Deadly Cover-Up, Board Wipe, graveyard, hand, and library sort of interaction. This card does it all. And this is a very good card because we don't have Rest in Peace. So we're not going to exile our graveyard with Strategic Betrayal, and Deadly Cover-Up allow us to get evidence pretty often. And then we have our X play in 3 Lewis and 2 Outrageous Robbery. Now, Lewis, you can kind of throw out there as a 3-drop, 4-drop. You don't have to wait till it's a big X, right? And he is pretty good as a 4-drop because that would be a 4-3 lifelinker. That's not too bad. So I would say Lewis, you can throw out a 3-drop, 4-drop. Obviously, very rare to throw out Lewis as a 3-drop because we have a lot of mana ramps. So by turn 3, hopefully we have 4 mana to do the things that we want. And having 4 mana for Lewis is already a threat enough. And then you can kind of hold off. You can hold off your opponent with that until you draw all the other pieces of your deck. So, very control-y deck, but we only have 22 lands. We don't need that many lands. We got rocks. So, 15 swamps. 1 Cavern of Souls, 3 Fountainport, 3 Soulstone Sanctuary. Fountainports get us, infinite cards when we have too many treasures. And Soulstone Sanctuary can kind of become a creature to attack as well as triggering the Unholy Annex. So all that makes a very strong, very scary mono black deck. Let's go into standard and see how well this deck does. Alright, our opponent is the Jester King. Mr. Jester King. And they go, oh Jesus Christ, this hand is lots of mana, and they go first, so everything is bad. But we got a Terminus and an Annex, so I'm gonna be greedy and immediately punish because the land we're up. Okay, I guess at least we can figure out what they're doing. What deck are you? Oh, it's a Chocobo deck. Snakeskin Veil and a Bushwhack, huh? They play anything? They're gonna play a Chocobo, so we are taking out their Snakeskin Veil, obviously. I don't care about the Bushwhack. And if they slam a Chocobo, we're going to slam an Annex? No, we can't. Yeah, they're going to slam a Chocobo, and we're going to slam a Concede. I mean, okay, fine. Let's not concede right away. We still have one more turn before they go all crazy on us. They get double triggers, but so far when we look at their hand, they didn't have any good ETB effects. I still want to quit. This is just BS, man. I mean, I guess we're both getting BS draws, but 5 lands in 9 cards. You would think I'm playing some sort of uber control with like 30 lands in a deck or something. Alright, they get an escape tunnel. They can use that escape tunnel to fetch for a land, which means they have no ETB effects. Well, they have no landfall effects. They shuffle up this so they can play something. They can play birds from the top of their library. They can also Bushwhack to shuffle their library again. And now they still didn't have anything, so I guess they're drawing dead. Oh, look at that. Guess what? Your boy's also drawing dead. Let's put the Annex out there. Maybe we draw a stab. No, we don't draw a stab. We stab ourselves. Your boy's gonna be Pompous, that's for sure. What else can we do here? I don't think I turned the Soulstone Sanctuary live. I need to stop their creatures, but they just got the Traveling Chocobo. And maybe an Overprotect. I'm feeling an Overprotect here from this attack. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess we can both laugh at the Shuffler. I didn't quit, they quit. Alright, I was gonna, I really wanted to. Just land, Jesus. Alright, GG. Alright, our opponent is building Anarchy? Okay. Our friend never heard of Pascal Casing. Alright, we got 2 swamps. A third one allows Unholy Annex. We were flooded last game, so we're probably going to get mana screwed this game. But we got a little removal that we can hold on to. Here's a Swampity Swamp. Tranquil Cove, huh? I mean, I don't need to throw out the Annex here. It doesn't do anything. Do Lewis for 2-1. Maybe against this deck we just Lewis for 2-1. This looks like... I mean, actually, this looks like an artifact deck. We got a little stabby stab. I want to Annex, but I'm just running into a counterspell if I Annex, right? They're just gonna say 3 mana go. Yep. I do draw the 4th land. That's pretty important. This way our Fountainport's actually live. We can also Lewis for 2 just to start getting the temple down. If they counter this, that does draw a counterspell. And a 4-2 on board isn't too bad. Versus a, or 4-3 on board. Versus a 3-2 is really just something they can easily deal with. They run Cancel in their deck. What happened? What am I playing? I'm gonna lose to this deck with Mr. Cancel. Jesus. Alright, well, I don't think they're artifacts anymore. They have Cancel in their deck. Bloodletter. Guess we're gonna have to let that go. I don't think I run out the Bloodletter for no reason. The Lewis can come out for no reason. 4 mana is definitely a... Alright, they meringue. Ah, boy. That's a lot of card draws for free. Can't punish that because our opponent went first. Did they go first? Did I miss a land drop? I did miss a land drop this turn. Did I go first? Who cares? They are a control deck, so... one of the hardest things to fight with this deck is against a control deck. Authority of the Console. I mean, I am gonna... No, you know what? I'll give him that life. It's fine. Double Authority? They're gonna gain a lot of life. So we're not gonna be able to take them out with really our fish. Mr. Fishy Fish. But hey, Mr. Fishy Fish is here to give him some life. So, here you go. Alright. I could play the Vault. Get the Vault countered. How much do I care about the Vault getting countered? So, if I don't play anything, he gets a 3-mana card draw spell. Yeah, I have too many dead cards in my hand. I gotta get rid of those. So, he countered this, but he didn't. I should have used the Vault. Honestly, that was a mistake. No point in not using the Vault because it could be a land, so I would not miss a land drop. This way I am missing a land drop. They got their own Fountainport. Took me forever to get any useful lands. They just draw easily. They got the Meringue River regions for sure. I'll activate this. Okay, another Vault. So I think I want to keep the Stab. I'm gonna throw away the Vault. Too many Vaults. We will go to our turn. We got a Soulstone Sanctuary, which is a land. So let's see if he wants to create a fish just to block. Oh, that's absolutely wrong. Do I let him block? I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 mana. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 6 mana, so I can force in an Annex. But then he could have Get Lost. That's fine. If he wants to block, I'll let him block. We'll trade fish. So I want to have an Annex out. Okay. Because they didn't have anything. I could name a vamp. No. Is it vampire? Right, Lewis is a vampire. I can name a vampire on Cavern to make it uncounterable. That's nice. It's a something. Alright, now they have a Anchorage Owl. I need to be careful with what he could do. Honestly, don't think the Strategic Betrayal is going to get much done here. The thing is, do I... Well, let's go to my turn. Yeah, I got one Cavern. Do I name Vampire? Or do I name Bat God, right? Because Bat God force out Aclazotz, but if he has like an Exile ability, forcing out an Aclazotz doesn't really do much. You know what? We're just gonna name Vampire. So at the very least, we can Bloodletter. Protect that Bloodletter. Can't counter this. He's probably got removal spells though, so we're gonna have to let that go. Is he gonna Fountainport for a treasure here? Or is he gonna Fountainport for a fish? I mean, I would assume it's a treasure. It makes no sense to make a fish here, but if he does make a fish, I will kill it. And if he's doing a second main, that's even funnier. Alright, I drew my land. Finally not as mana screwed. Didn't even make anything. Didn't want to make anything there. Probably gonna board wipe. I still make a treasure or something, right? Stock, okay, stock up. What else are you gonna do? You gonna turn that Anchorage live on me? You only have 5 mana to do something. I guess he could have Ultima, so holding up all this isn't really gonna help. Right? Yeah, it's probably like an Ultima thing that's... it's just gonna kill the Bloodletter. I can't sack it, so Bloodletter is dead. You got it. Ooh, that's a Robbery. How many would I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Okay, what do I put away then? I don't think I need a deadly cover up against them if I can look at the whole deck. Ah, that's even better. Duress will let me know if they have a Spell Pierce. They don't. They got a bunch of counter spells and a stock up. I don't want to see a stock up, so let's get that gone. 1, 2. I mean, okay, so what do we have? Banishing Light. Banishing Light on the Aclazotz would be pretty bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can steal 7 cards from them. I would say draw 7 when they have no tempo sounds like a pretty good idea. How about you give me 7 of your cards? Thank you. And I get my own card? Nice. I'll take those. Now what would you like to do, huh? They do have Banishing Light, but I'm okay with it. I don't think I can play these Meringue River regions because they could bounce. Okay, they're gonna Banishing Light our Annex. I mean, we already have so many cards. Alright, we're gonna play their Demo Field. It's one of the good cards to get from their deck. So we'll play their Demo Field. They do have 4 mana. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop I'm gonna pop their... I can tap the Soulstone Sanctuary though. I'm gonna pop their Fountainport. If they want to use it right now, they gotta tap out, and that allows me to get my Aclazotz out. Thanks for your demo field blowing up your stuff. Love it. Alright, he didn't tap out, so that means he loses his Fountainport. I will take action for a Swamp. I have a lot of those in the deck. Alright, so now we can get a Bloodletter out. You can't really counter the Bloodletter. I think that's fair. He will gain 2 life though. How much do I care about him gaining 2 life? It's good to always have a 1 threat out there. Bloodletter is the 1 threat. And if he turns the Anchorage life, we can try to kill it with, you know, shoot the Sheriff. Gotta be very careful with the 3 steps and the cancels, right? This guy runs cancel in his deck. I don't know what he's doing, but I actually did not steal any counter spells from him, which also makes me kind of upset. Hard cast a Meringue. No, can't stop that. What is he gonna bounce? Probably our Volt. He's got 2 more mana, so we'll shoot it. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world, right? Thanks for your mana. I will do it again. Actually, he's tapped out. Here's Aclazotz. Aclazotz Comes into play tapped. And we'll play Collector's Vault again. I don't know why I kept the Cavern open. Thanks, Auto Tapper. I didn't think too hard about it because I don't have 2 black spells to play anyways, but yeah, you definitely want to keep up 2 swamps or something. In case you have 2 stabs or somehow draw into another stab. Well, it doesn't matter. Aclazotz is lifelink. So if he wants to Day of Judgment me, he can do that here. It's not too big of a deal because Aclazotz eventually will come back. I would like to draw a card. Our opponent is playing their control deck like a true champion of stalling. I do have 4 Duress in the deck, right? I've played 1. There's 3 more Duress. We can definitely get rid of those counter spells. Slowly but surely. And Shirley is here. Shirley is going to show you what's up. Ooh, a Ghost Vacuum. That's interesting. I could vacuum up their Meringue. I don't know how useful that would be. But I guess the stab really isn't going to hit anything now. Now that his, not the Anchorage, the Fountainport's gone. So we'll go with the attack first before anything else. Our opponent's really trying, which is fair for a control deck. You can always come back somehow, but the cards that we stole from him really hurts him, helps us, because he's only got 1 Meringue River region left. That's 1 very scary card. That's good at both ends. The sad part is we can't play the ones that we stole from him because then he'll get it back. But the good part is, well, it's gone. He discards his cancel. Interesting. Alright. We will play his land. We'll play another Collector's Vault. This will help us draw into Duress. Unless he wants to 3-step it, which, I mean, I'm okay with him 3-stepping this. We got some pretty good cards later on. We just gotta hit our Duresses. If we can Duress him, he will be out of the game. And then we can steal stuff from him as well. I don't think I'm gonna need the Soulstone, so we'll also put out a Ghost Vac. This might be a mistake. Throwing out the Ghost Vacuum like this might be a mistake, because normally what happens is an Ultima will, wrap all of this up, and I can't stop an Ultima because I didn't steal anything important. But he's just gonna counter, which is that's fine with me. Yeah, I didn't care too much about the Ghost Vacuum there, but he discarded the land, so it gave me a bat. Haha! People always forget. They always forget that the Aclazotz bat combo. This also means I can sack the bat to try to draw a Duress, but I don't think I do that. Actually, it didn't even give me an option. I don't know if I click end turn too quickly. I don't remember seeing that option. But if he wants a Day of Judgment, I could sack the bat in response, right? Split up. Yep. You split up the Aclazotz, which will just come back eventually. We got it. And they ramped us. Which is pretty nice. Now, I can attack us with Anchorage if they want, but I doubt they want to do that. Puts Anchorage in very much danger zone. We also have more Lewis in the deck, which, I mean, we drew 1. He might also want to do his Meringue River region. He's drawing a lot more cards than us, even with 2 vaults on our side. Yeah, we can't really play any of his spells that we stole from him, unfortunately. That's another vault. I'm gonna triple vault him. We might triple vault him. The vaults are good cards, right? Double Fountainport is also pretty good at getting us value. These are kind of dangerous values, but I'll still take it. Yeah, we'll go to our turn. Can I draw a Duress? I cannot draw a Duress. 4 Duress, bunch of Lewis, we draw these stuff. So we'll put out another Collector's Vault. You want to counter this too? Plenty more where that comes from. Alright, that's 3 Collector's Vault. We might just get our board wiped. But it is what it is, you know? I don't think we throw out the Meringue River region, because if he bounces the Meringue, he gets like infinite Meringues. We don't actually have a way to stop that right now. Yeah, he has a Meringue River region in his hand. He's thinking about casting it for the card draw. I don't know how many Banishing Lights would be in his deck. This is where the Deadly Cover-Up could help a little bit. Obviously, I didn't know that while I discarded it. The Nowhere to Run is here to hit the Anchorage whenever he uses it, so that's why it's there. And when he runs low on cards in hand, then we can bring back the Aclazotz. There is the Meringue River region, so he discarded that to draw cards. Well, didn't discard it, he used it to draw cards, so he might not get it next turn. And he is lower, well, I mean, he's lower on the deck, but he's got more card value. He doesn't know that he only has 1 Meringue in the deck, that he can only cycle back and forth once. There's a Devil Field, but we have 2 Fountainports. They might hit our Cavern, but hey, you know, I don't really care if they hit Cavern. They hit Soulstone Sanctuary. That is, why would you do that? They're Aclazotz standing right there looking at him. They're going, what? Ah, I thought our Aclazotz was dead. That's a huge misplay too. Because allowing us to bring back Aclazotz is just giving us kind of a game. Pretty sure they have counterspells. They are gonna just stock up. Cool. I mean, stocking up is good, but I don't know what's in their deck that can hurt us. Oh boy. Are they gonna deck out? Do they have like a mill spell that we can't stop? Honestly, if they have a mill spell, they'll probably kill us. Because I did not get any counterspells from them. We'll use 1 card draw. There's Mr. Lewis. We can take away the stab. I don't think I have 21. I need 23 mana to deal 21 damage to him. They can't counter it, but you know, I don't have that kind of mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm actually pretty close. It's funny. I just want to draw my Duress, man. If I could draw the Duress, I could really get there. If I draw another Lewis, I think I have 3 Lewis in the deck. If I draw another Lewis, I could start going in. It's always risky. Ooh. Do we let our Bloodletter go? No, I think we let our... Yeah, let's let the land go. Or even create a treasure token. Just to stock up. And if he ultimates me... there's not much I can do if he tries to ultimate me. But Lewis plus Meringue Lewis again? That might be a fun turn. You know what? I have enough that's activated. I think I can get rid of Nowhere to Run now. Or do I might just Bloodletter. It's got 21 cards too. 21 life, 21 cards. Kind of same amount. Alright, I guess we get rid of this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can deal 16 damage to him and draw or get 16 lands out of or 16 cards out of his deck. Obviously, I can't get 16 cards out of his deck, but do you think there's a counter spell that he would play? I'm gonna throw out the Bloodletter, see if he does something to Bloodletter. Because otherwise I only need to deal 10 damage. But if he counters this, I could steal like half his deck. Three steps. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's take 8 cards from him. I will let him counter this. I don't care about that one anymore. Now he's down to 11 cards and I have a counter spell. And seeing how I stole this many cards from him, I'm not sure if he has any mill plan in his deck. It could just be like a greedy control deck. A greedy control deck down to 10 cards. To my 25. You can start attacking with the Anchorage. If you think that's fair. Go right on ahead. You can even map. You sure you want to map? You have 10 cards left. I can make him have less cards. There's a Get Lost. You want it? You probably want it, right? His deck seems to be very anti-red. Anti-aggro. But unfortunately, I cannot draw any of my other 3 Duress, which is quite annoying, to be honest. Like, yeah, I stole 1 counterspell from him. I couldn't get any Duress out of it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do it like this for Deadly Cover-Up. Let's get rid of our Robbery. Yeah, Duress, Deadly Cover-Up is fine. Would he counter this? Would he counter it? Let's find out. I can also give him back his Meringue River regions. How good are those? Anyways. I think he's... Is this Salt or is he trying to do something? He's gonna counter it. Now, how much do I care about him countering this? I actually don't care at all. I do want to see his cards, but that is A-okay with me what he's doing here. There we go. Now we got the right card. 100 turns in. Do you have anything useful? Doesn't look like it. He's got a cancel, but that's about it. So take out his cancel. Alright, he's got 8 cards left. Don't think I have to worry about much of anything in his deck. So we'll just pass turn. We're going with his deck. Just last card is a mill. That would make me very angry. The anchorage is here for the attack. Is that the whole plan of this deck, is to attack with the anchorage? This deck really only worked back in the days when they had Jace. They got no Jace no more. I know what I said. Do they have a protection spell somehow? I don't think so. There's a Meringue River region, but they got 7 cards left. Do you want to keep drawing? This is a long game. It's got 23 cards, so there's 7 cards. Now, if they have mill spells, it is scary, but I do have a counter spell potentially to fight that. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 15 plus 6, 21 lands. I can actually... No, I can't kill him. I need 25 lands? Because I need to deal 23 damage through those 2 authorities. I see it. Of course I see it. I'm not dumb. I don't even need this Annex anymore. I just want the mana. I will keep a Duress. Everything else goes. He doesn't know what he has left in those 7 cards. He probably knows by now, right? He sees me pitching an Annex. He must be scared. Like, his cards are not useful from what I have. And this is the problem with the current control. Everything kills, like, everything kills, like, what am I trying to say here? Everything kills planeswalkers and creatures and enchantments and doesn't really get to artifacts. And that's scary if you can't kill the artifact. Did I just Terminus him? At this point, is that even necessary? You know what? Let's do it. Let's tap one of these. Terminus. Honestly, if I turn the Aclazotz live, he would just kill it. Like, use up one of his get loss. Do I really care about that at all? I can harness it too, right? Wait, exiles. Exile's a creature I control. I don't want to exile my Aclazotz, so it's fine. Go ahead and get lost my Aclazotz. The Fountainport can draw me cards. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see if he does it in a wrong timing too. No, we already got to the end step. Oh, brother. Get lost. Well, Mr. Aclazotz is lost, but he will be back. He wants to draw cards still? Alright, you get to draw 3 cards and discard a card. This is still pretty tricky, I gotta say. Because if he has a mill and a counterspell, I'm not sure I get through that. Authority to Console is fine. I mean, it does require me to get an extra mana just to go through. Fountainport is fine. does only have 4 cards left. Banishing Light is fine. What would you like to hit here? My Terminus? Sack. Token to draw a card. I drew a land. That I can discard. Oh, wait, no, still not end phase yet. We'll get to the end phase, then we'll do our stuff. Sack another token. We'll draw another card. He gave me those tokens. I'm drawing those cards. And a Duress. Beautiful. Alright. We got to a point where I don't need Unholy Annex. This is insane. Okay, so I have 10 mana. I need to deal 24 damage, right? So, 1, 2, or 10 treasures, I should say. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. 16. Did I discard my Duress? I did not. So, 16 is exactly 24, right? I hope this works. Let's go crazy. Go, Lewis. Do your thingamajigger. Alright, we're going to deal 24 damage. He's going to gain 3 life. And then, boom. They can get lost in response. But that 24 damage is dealt. Goodbye, Lily. Oh, that was a fun game. You're building Anarchy? You're building a Get Out. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw that crazy game, really it's just one game because the first game our opponent didn't even want to play, they just left. Second game, it took forever. It's a control. We gotta beat down that control. We show them who's boss. That control deck's running cancel. They're getting canceled. This deck kicked their butt. It's too bad they didn't think about what they should have put in their control deck and at least put in some mill strategy, so we milled them out. Not only that, they had 4 cards left. They would have milled out. But we also killed him with just Lewis. Lewis is good, right? We dealt 24 damage in 1 ETB. That was insane. But that is the power of the Collector's Vault. A lot of people overlook Collector's Vault. They just think it's a combo piece. It's not. It is a card drawing machine. And not only that, it ramped us out into the things that we want to play. We stole their ultimas, so they couldn't ultimate us. That was fun. And it was really frustrating because we robbed them twice. We stole 1 counterspell. And I think I robbed a total of like 20 cards or 16 cards from their deck. 1 counterspell. Yeah, they had all the counterspells. And we drew almost 2/3 of our deck in order to get to the second Duress. That was insane. But we got there. That's really all that matters, right? Getting there got us the win. And you know, I really wanted to win that game. I sat for the long haul to win that game, but we were able to do that. There was a lot of tricks in that game. Cavern of Souls definitely helped us. Cavern of Souls is something that I honestly think we might need more of. Maybe you cut a Soulstone Sanctuary to get 2 Caverns, just to make sure your Lewis is uncounterable, and so is your Bloodletter. And yeah, that was a fun game for me. That was very frustrating for our opponent, but they deserve it. They were trying to make control. They're the one getting controlled. That's all we got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.